Welcome to Audrey's reading area. Shout out to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Caden. And by the way, today is David the Third's birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And many more. David the Third. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all. Miss you all. And happy birthday to my grandbaby, David the Third. All right. Now, Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area live at 8 o'clock p.m.
LIVE at 8. Live at 8. All right. Don't forget, you guys, click that like button. Don't forget to share this video. Share it and post it on your wall. And don't forget to go to YouTube. Look for Audrey's reading area. Audrey's reading area. Yes. And then smash that subscribe button for me. Well, listen, I'm going to read a story to you guys that I did with one of my classes, or all of my classes. It's an interesting article. It's called Atlanta's Invisible Homeless. It's taken out of this VOXATL magazine, Vox, celebrating 30 years of youth voice. So this is VOXAtlanta.org, Volume 33, Issue 1, Fall of 2023. And so this article is Atlanta's Invisible Homeless. It says opinion. It says warning. This story includes domestic violence. Also, story and photo by Aniyah Parker. Aniyah Parker. Story and photo by Aniyah Parker. This is on page 10, by the way. Fall of 2023. Page 10. Atlanta's Invisible Homeless. I thought this was a really, really interesting article, and you'll see why. So, for most of my childhood, I lived in a locked basement. Like, that's how it starts off, and it just catches your attention right away, right? For most of my childhood, I lived in a locked basement. To be specific, my father's mother's basement. Ultimately ending up back there after moving from different homes, shelters, and motels since we were homeless. Our main meals were ramen flavored chicken noodles and corn dogs. Corn dogs. Every day. My father was abusive towards my mother and was definitely not right in the head. Despite the challenges, my mom did a great job shielding us and keeping us unaware of the situation. Looking back, I wish I had noticed the signs earlier, such as going to bed earlier, my mom constantly trying to calm him down, and with her always being in constant pain. One night, as we were all sleeping together, she couldn't shield us. It was the middle of the night when he came in. My mom was on the reclining chair near us. Waking up, wow. So waking up, I sensed something was wrong immediately. He entered the room, and as soon as he did, he choked my mom. So lifting her up in the air and yelling frantically at her. For 3 months, my mom meticulously planned an escape plan with the help of her friend. She saved money, packed our belongings slowly, and made calls to various places while he was out. When the day finally arrived, my mom picked us up from school and declared that we were leaving. From that point on, we lived in motels until we were finally granted entry into a domestic violence shelter where we could save enough money to get a safe place to stay. Did you know most of the people who are homeless are not even counted as being homeless? I didn't know that until I read this. Most of the homeless people are not even counted as being homeless. Well, according to the Point in Time Count report, which measures the homeless population, the counts are only of the people in shelters and on the street. That's why I'm raising awareness and addressing the different aspects of homelessness that often go unnoticed or unspoken, specifically Atlanta's population. It's an issue that takes various forms and affects many people. So, this, I let me just keep reading. To me, homelessness is a person or family without a permanent, consistent, and sufficient place to call home at night. Therefore, people living in their cars, under bridges, on the streets, in hotels, motels, shelters, and people temporarily having to live with family members in friends' houses are considered to be homeless. Around 11 million people in the U.S. are living in poverty. In its 2022 annual report, U.S., the Department of Housing and Urban Development reported 582,462 people were experiencing homelessness on a single night in January 2022. COVID-19 and its economic impacts could have led to significant increases in homelessness. However, investments, partnerships, and government agencies' outreach resulted in only a 0.3% increase in the number of people experiencing homelessness from 2020 to 2022. Based on the numbers, homelessness has been a problem, one that is only increasing. In Atlanta, the 2023 point in time PIT count conducted in January by volunteer canvassers estimated that 2,679 of people living in Atlanta were homeless during a single evening count. According to the PIT count reports, housing inventory count conducted in Atlanta in January 2003, use of all their beds and beds for their housing services were at 75% utilization, meaning 25% of housing and housing intervention beds were empty and open. Also, the Housing Inventory Count, HIC, is a survey that takes a snapshot of the programs available in the area. This count helps to identify dedicated beds and units to support individuals experiencing homelessness. The invisible homeless are the people not even counted in the counts above. As a result, people residing at parks, tent cities, campgrounds, abandoned buildings, cars, bus, or train stations, and similar places are not accounted for. This shows that there are way more homeless people than what the statistics state, and that there's so many more people in need who need help. In my story, the narrator, my family and I were part of the invisible homeless. We had lived in countless motels and places where we were told to leave as soon as possible. Some people even tried to tell us that we were not really homeless. That's why I'm informing people about the high homelessness rates in Atlanta, growing even more because of inflation, rising food prices, housing costs, clothing expenses, increasing gas and vehicle prices. Everywhere I go, you see countless homeless people. I always see and hear tourists point out the significant number of homeless people we have. I've also heard so many stories from people coming from outside of Atlanta, not expecting there to be so many homeless people. Don't you think it's time for this to be put to an end? That's how that story ends. The end. See? It says, don't you think it's time for this to be put to an end? Well, I do. I agree. I think it's time for that to be put to an end. What do you guys think? Well, thanks, Mom, for always being here. Thank you all for always being here and listening to me read. Fun, exciting, educational, and inspirational stories like this. Okay, I'm glad that I was able to let you know what's going on, and now you're aware, and maybe you can do something or talk your parents into doing something. All right, all right, all right. Thank you once again for listening to me read to you. Tune in, every day, every night at 8 o'clock p.m. Go to YouTube, look for Audrey's Reading Area, and smash, punch, knock it out. That subscribe button. Yeah. All right, all right, all right, you guys. Thank you once again. Don't forget to share my videos. Don't forget to like them either. Like them, share. Yes. Then I'll see you on Monday. Again, happy birthday to David the Third, my grandbaby. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Well, see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. All from Audrey's Reading Area.